Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. I wanted to go ahead and review Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. This is a new show on Bravo. Uh, all black cast. Um, you know, the first episode is actually it was better than what I thought it was going to be. Um, so I'm here. I was excited at first, and then sometimes your excitement wears off, and I was like, girl, am I really gonna review this? And then I watched the episode, and I was like, okay. Everybody seems cool. You know how sometimes even if it's a first episode, it's always that one person who you be like, but I didn't get that from nobody. Everybody seems cool. Before we get into the video, make sure that you go down to www.rodneythavoice.com and get your Feeling Like a Rich Black Man shirt. I also have Feeling Like a Rich Black Woman shirt too. So I'm selling merch for those who may not know or forgot. Again, it's at www.rodneythavoice.com. All right, y'all. So let's just go ahead and get into this review. All right. Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, Season 1, Episode 1. I'm hoping it's a Season 2. All right. So I may forget some of the folks' names, but it's the first episode. Hopefully we can learn the names along the way. So we have Jasmine and Silas Cooper. They're hosting the trip. They've been married. I think they said 3 months. I think they've been married for 3 months. Love Jasmine. Silas, he seemed all right, but I love Jasmine. Preston and Silas. He was the first person to enter the home after Jasmine and Silas. Preston and Silas are frat brothers. Now, let me tell y'all something. For the people who may be new to my channel, sometimes I get a little bit of, a little messy on my channel. I'm not going to be as messy with these people right now. Yeah, I will tell you what's going to happen, though. I'm going to keep some of my messy thoughts for probably a later episode. I'm gonna keep my thoughts right here. I'm gonna keep my. You know how Big Mama used to have those dollar bills rolled up, and she would put them in her bra, and you would say, "Big Mama, can I have $2 so I can go to the store?" And then she'll say she ain't got no money, and then eventually, because she love you and you her grandbaby, she pull out a wad of money and it be sweaty and wet. Girl, okay. Girl, don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. And then she give them $2. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my messy thoughts right here. I'm gonna keep my messy thoughts right. And then on the day that I feel like pulling those messy thoughts out, I might. Or I might just keep them tight right here. In my bra strap. Right here. But listen, so Preston and Silas, baby, let me tell y'all something. I'm so happy that they put on that TV screen that they were doing a secret black man fraternity girl line brother handshake, because I didn't know what was going on. Okay? I wouldn't have known what was going on if they didn't put that on the TV screen. Because as far as I was concerned, I would have been running down here to YouTube to let y'all know that it was 2 guys on my TV screen that looked like they was playing in each other's panties. Girl, and his wife was in the other room. But that's not what happened. They were doing a secret a fraternity handshake. And it just so happened to be like down here. I'm spitting all in y'all face. It just so happened to be down here. Girl, whatever, girl. They alphas. Shout out to all the alphas. Then we have Bria. I think all the women are absolutely gorgeous on the show. I'm not a fan of dogs. So as soon as I saw that dog, I instantly rolled my eyes. Bria comes and Bria has an emotional support animal. It's a dog. It helps her get through the day. She has anxiety. No one knew she was bringing the dog. So Jasmine was taken aback just a little bit. Cause girl, I knew this was coming, but I didn't know that she was bringing this bitch with her. You know what I'm saying? So Jasmine was a little, like, okay, okay. Um, what's his name? The alpha. Preston. Preston said, baby, I'm a girl. When he said Bria reminds him of someone who spent 2 hours getting ready for Miss USA and didn't quite make it. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So Bria, I think Bria lives in Germany. Didn't she say that? So I think Bria lives in Germany with her boyfriend. I forgot her boyfriend's name, some white guy. Um, but she has a boyfriend basically, and you know, let me go ahead and say this. We can get that out of the way. I could see why Bria, because later in the episode, Bria and Jasmine have a conversation, and she lets Jasmine know that she felt like she was being disrespectful, because even though Jasmine knows that Bria is seeing someone, Jasmine, is her name Jasmine? Yeah, Jasmine still, because she did it, I saw her do it twice. She still mentioned the single men in the house. So just like a lot of people, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but I feel like some people would take that as like you're disrespecting my relationship because I've told you I'm seeing someone and you steady keep throwing in my face that there are single men in the house. Now, with that being said, Jasmine made it seem as though Bria kind of just go with the wind. So you never really know when mama gonna have a new man. Oh, girl, you just never know. So it sounds like Jasmine, you know, knows Bria, or at least from what it sounds like to me, and knows that girl's kind of like, girl, she's saying she got a man, but it'll be somebody else in a couple of months. I see both sides. But then it's kind of like, girl, what if somebody said to Jasmine, girl, there's some single men here. And then Jasmine replied to her, oh, girl, I'm married. What if somebody said, okay, well, girl, you only been married for 3 months? So it's kind of like we all just have to, learn to respect folks' relationships. Regardless of what we may think, it's just about respect. Jordan. I love Jordan. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's the first episode. She might be the one I can't stand by the end of the season, but I like Jordan. I like Jordan because Jordan gives me very much. I don't care who it is. Like if I have something to say, whether it's a woman or a man, I'm gonna say it. I love an outspoken diva. I do. Um, then, oh Jordan. The only thing I will say about Miss Jordan is this: Jordan made a comment. Well, she was having a conversation with two of the guys outside. They were like playing football or something, child. And she was saying how, she's been celibate for a year, and when she comes across guys, she really doesn't know if these guys, I guess, want to. It made it seem as though, like, girl, this is no tea, no shade. I don't know. I don't date women. But I was thinking, because she made it seem as though like, are you, do you want to be with me because you really want to get to know me, or are you a fan? Because she was like the last black woman I think to pose for Playboy. Now, no tea, no shade. How many of y'all heard of Jordan before this TV show? Because I'll tell you who the only person that I heard of prior before this TV show even came out. How many of y'all heard of Jordan? Because I ain't never heard of Jordan. So I'm not saying that, girl, do people, you running into people asking them, are you a fan? Do you really want to get to know me, or are you a fan? Because you know I was the last black woman to pose for Playboy. They probably don't even know who you are. Anyways, all right. Nick and Alex, they arrived together. They're Kappas. So we have two alphas and two Kappas. And then who was next? Amir. Now, Mr. Amir. Hey! All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's crank it up a little bit. All right. The only person that I heard of prior to this show was this guy. I remember running across his Instagram page more than a few times. So when I saw the promo for this new show, I was like, oh, that's the guy from Instagram. I hadn't seen or heard of anybody else except for him. So whenever he was talking throughout the show about, I guess, missing a part of his black history and, you know, I guess not really being surrounded by a lot of black people because he lives in Austin. I did hear Austin was kind of white-ish. I wasn't surprised by the stuff that he was saying because I remember looking at his Instagram one day and I was like, oh, it just seems like he really didn't. I'll just say this. I was surprised to see him on this show with an all-black cast. Now, if he would have been on Summer House, then I would have been like, oh, okay. But Summer House Martha's Vineyard, I was surprised to see him on the show because it did give very much all my friends are white. That's what I got from his Instagram. So whenever he was speaking on the show, I guess about not really being surrounded by black people, I was like, oh, okay. I felt like what I saw was right. But anyways, who else? Mariah, she has a son. She's also, I think she's a writer. I think Jasmine is a writer too. They wrote like a show together. They showed clips of the show. It actually looked kind of good. Then we have, I think that was it. I think some new people are supposed to be coming too. I think they said like, from what I saw it's another guy and another girl. Because the girl, I think, she was talking to Jordan on the phone and I think she was saying that she wasn't going to arrive until, I think that Friday. So yeah, I think they're only there for like 15 days. Jordan said that she had to put Nick is one of the Kappas. She basically had to put him on pause, block him or something because every time she posted something on her stories, he was always replying to her story. So she was like, ugh, gross. That's whack. Amir says that he has 50 to 100 girls. Now, girl. Okay, I'm going to be a little messy. Hey, all right. So Amir says that he has 50 to 100 girls in his DMs. Now, I said, hold up, wait a fucking minute. Hold up. Because Amir has a girlfriend, from what I understand. All I'm going to say is this. When you say you have 50 to 100 girls in your DM, do you mean girls with an I or girls with a W? Because I think that a couple of your DMs been from some niggas. Okay, we gonna call it a thing, girl. But no, Amir has a girlfriend though. But I'm just saying, I don't. It's hard for me to believe that he's getting 50 to 100 DMs and they're only from women. I said women and men and men. Okay. Anyways, gotta leave it at that and shut up. All right. So Preston and what he said about black excellence, I was like, you know what? I can dig that. I can dig that because I do believe that, and I believe that within our community, when we put certain people or label certain people as black excellence, it's only because of their wealth, their location, their zip code, you know. So like when people speak of black excellence, it's gonna be someone like, from what I think, it'll be someone like Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna. You see what I'm saying? But it also leaves out a big group of the community. So would you consider the man or the woman who may just be trying to get it how they live, right? And make ends meet, and they may work at McDonald's or wherever, would you consider them black excellence? I think when he brought that up, I think it's a great conversation starter. I do believe that. So I was with him. I was digging what he said. I really was. I really was. I hadn't really thought about that until he said it, because I do believe, I don't know this to be facts, but I do believe that we put certain people in the black excellence, you know, box, and we exclude a lot of other people. And I believe that we only put those people that demonstrate black excellence based off of their net worth, bank accounts, you know, zip code they live in, how many stamps they may have on their passport. But yeah, I was with Preston with that one. I was like, come on, Preston. Listen, that dog. I'm with Jasmine. I'm with Jasmine and Maria. Maria. I'm with Jasmine and Maria. Again, but see, for me, I'm not a fan of dogs. So as soon as Miss Bria would have walked in with that little bitch, hey, honey, it would have been a conversation that night. Either that bitch gonna have to go, or either I'm gonna have to go, because I'm not staying here with no dogs. I do not play with dogs. I don't care the size. I don't care. But your dog is going around here, shedding on the white couch. Then she got the dog all in the swimming pool. I know people put their dogs in swimming pools, right? But again, I'm not a fan of dogs. I was with them. You popped up here, you bounced up here. You didn't tell anyone that you were bringing your emotional support animal. Yes, it might sound insensitive to have this conversation, and yes, I understand that you need this dog in order to operate at a decent capacity. I understand that. But girl, I just wish you would have gave us a heads up before you just walked in here with your homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine and Maria lived in their car. I don't know, girl. Yeah, they sound like, from what Jasmine sound like, it was fun. God, girl, y'all find some of the weirdest shit fun. I don't think it's nothing fun or cute about living in your car. I mean, girl, I guess if you want to live in New York, where is Jasmine from? Was she homeless? You know, because sometimes I feel like, believe it or not, I feel like sometimes people are homeless by choice. Just listen to me. Like Jasmine. Does Jasmine not have any family? Is it that she just wanted to remain in New York? You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to look like a failure amongst her family or friends, so she's just said, I'm going to push through. That's what I mean, homeless by choice. Because if I find out Jasmine has, girl, a mama and a daddy living with 3 sisters and 4 brothers and 5 aunties and uncles and grandmamas and grandpapas, I would look at Jasmine like a fool. So, girl, you step in your car when you didn't have to? Oh, baby girl, because you don't want to go back to North Carolina? I don't know where she's from. I'm just making up something. Because you don't want to go. Because you didn't want to go back to Oklahoma. I get it, but baby, she ain't sleeping in no car. Baby, I would be headed back to Houston, Texas. Now, don't tell nobody I'm home. Don't tell nobody I'm here, but I'm coming home for a couple of months until I get my stuff together. Okay. Um, Girl, I ain't gonna lie, I was hollering. When Bria was doing something on the couch. I think one of the guys has like some type of physical therapy situation set up going on. I don't know. And when Jasmine walked into so Preston was sitting at the table. Girl, so Jasmine walked in. And I'm assuming Jasmine didn't see Bria laying on the couch. So she walked in like, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that dog. The whole time, Bria was laying on the couch doing her little physical therapy session, child. And Preston was looking like she turned around. What are you doing here? No help. But what were you saying about me? So, anyways, they have a quick conversation. They talk about the dog, and that was pretty much the end of that. Jordan and Jasmine. Listen, this is what I'm getting from the Coopers. Jasmine gives me very much actress. And what I mean by that is she made a comment about, I'm a wife now. I said, oh, she's one of those. You know, no, this is no tea, no shade. You know, there are a group of people out there, men and women, who feel as though once they get into a relationship, they have to start acting a different way. So, you know, when she made the comment, I'm a wife now, I was like, oh, girl. So she's trying to pull, I guess, act like the woman who her husband probably wants her to be. He gives me very much, I don't know, child. I could see him kind of being controlling. Can we just call a thing a thing? When y'all start talking about curfews, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so Jordan and Jasmine. I think Silas, this is his, he said something about, I guess, him seeing how Jasmine is around her friends. He would call her, he's in the reserves. I think he's at the reserves, right? And so I guess when he was away, or he was away for 6 months for something. And, you know, he would call her at times and Jasmine would be out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Now listen, the reason why I have a problem with this is because from what Jasmine said, her, did she say Jordan? I can't remember. But I know Jasmine said she worked in a club, right? I think her and Jordan worked together in a club. You're with someone who works in nightlife. And I know in New York, the clubs close at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. In Texas, you know, unless you go to like an after hours, you know, some gay spots, they will stay open until like 3 or 4, or 5. I know it was a club back in the day called 2020 used to stay open till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But for the most part, clubs, bars close at 2 a.m. So I understand when they say, girl, people don't start going to the club and places where the club stays open, you know, very late until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So, okay, you have Jasmine who works at a club. So it makes sense that because that's the time that she operates on, that girl, she probably would be out even when she's not at work with her friends at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, especially considering that they are in New York City. And again, the clubs in New York close at 4 or 5 o'clock. there's a thin line between worrying about someone and wanting to control someone and trying to wrap it up in a bow with shiny paper and call it protection, you know, Or again, call it, I'm just worried about you. I think it was Nick or one of the Kappa guys who said, Jasmine knew Jordan before you. I think he said this in his confessional. She made it this far without you. I just want us to get to a point, whether it's gay men, straight women, straight men, before you came into some Silas, before you came into Jasmine's life, Jasmine had been homeless, living in her car, girl, washing her twat down to the Planet Fitness. So Jasmine is a woman who can clearly take care of herself. I'm with Jordan when Jordan says, like, stop acting like I'm not a like I think what the problem is especially when it comes to women and this whole protection stuff, you know, you, if you want to make sure that, your partner is protected while you're away, because you're not going to always be around, and stop acting like the boogeyman it only exists on the outside, like it can't get inside of your home. So if you want to make sure, if you want to say that well, you know what it is, I'm worried about Jasmine when she's out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. How about when you come home, you say, you know what, Jasmine, I want to put you in some classes, self-defense classes. So at least that takes a worry from me. It takes a little bit of the worry away when I know I'm away and I know you like to be out with your friends, right? Or let me take you down to the shooting range to show you how to shoot this gun. Because I want to buy you a little pink pistol to put in your Chanel. So when you're out with your friends, if something happens, you have something to protect yourself. But to kind of go around it about it like, oh, because you really want her in the house. And you really want her to have a curfew. That's exactly what it is. It's not about, oh, you being worried. It's about you not wanting her to be in the streets. It's not about no goddamn protection. Because again, if it was, you will make sure that she was armed and had the necessities, right? To take care of herself while you are away. Because just because Jasmine is in the house, don't mean ain't shit gonna happen to her. Stop acting like women don't have enough sense, enough awareness to know that, girl, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to be aware of my surroundings. I'm glad Jordan said what she said. I'm a grown woman. I'm single. I'm going through this. I'm going through, at this time in life as a single woman. You don't think I have enough common sense to know that, girl, I need to be aware of my surroundings at 2 or 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning? Like I think that's one of the most frustrating things, that we treat some people like they're dumb and just don't know. And why would you want to be with someone who is dumb and just don't know? You should say, I know that the person that I'm with, whether it's Jasmine, Kevin, James, Larry, Tiffany, or Ashley, I know that this person is smart enough and aware enough to be out at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I know, they know not to just go walking down a back alley with with all the lights broken by themselves. Um, that was pretty much it, child. I like Jordan. I like Jordan because Jordan gives me very much outspoken diva. I love an outspoken diva. I do. I love an outspoken woman. Um, I think most of the people at the table, because I think, did you see when Preston was talking? I was like, girl, I don't know if sister is long winded or what, but girl, when Preston was talking, he was talking, and all of a sudden, it just got quiet, and they was just looking at Preston like, okay, like, where was you going with that? I think Preston was pretty much on the same. Eventually, I think he drove it home to like, basically like, girl, we want to protect and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like, that's a grown woman. And if she's gonna be out, she's gonna be out. You met her in the club. It's kind of like meeting a stripper and then getting mad because she gotta go because she work at night. You met this lady. I don't know when he met her, what she was doing when you met her, but it doesn't take away from the fact that, girl, she works in nightlife. So she's gonna be out. The best thing that you can do is, a curfew. He didn't say curfew. Jordan said curfew. And he was like, no, 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 no. No, that's what it is. Y'all want people to be at home at a certain time. And I get it in some situations. I do. Don't get it twisted. I understand. But I also understand that, girl, the way that we operate here in Houston with the clubs closing and bars closing, the majority of them closing at 2 is not the way that it happens in like Miami. You know what I'm saying? Or New York. I went to the club one time in Miami. I think it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The line was a girl right wrapped down the street. I said, "Well, shit, we going home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Y'all just not getting to the club." I was in New York a few months ago, and I went to some little spot, and they were closing at 4. I said, "That's what I'm talking about." I think I pulled up like at 2 something. So yeah, you know, does he want Jasmine to have a curfew, or did he want Jasmine to have a curfew? I mean, maybe, maybe they don't like the word curfew. Maybe she should work on her time management skills. How about that? Jasmine should work on her time management skills while you're away. No, Jasmine is a grown woman who slept in her car and was homeless. Jasmine knows how to protect herself. Jasmine not no fool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, she might be a little bit foolish, especially if she got family. She just didn't take her black ass home. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. These, stop acting like people just don't know. That's the moral of the story. All right. And if you're going to worry about someone and, them needing protection and all that stuff, make sure you equip them with what they need. If they don't know, if you feel as though Jasmine is not strong enough, go put her in some self-defense classes. So when she's out at 3 o'clock in the morning, if somebody tries something, she'll have a chance of whooping their ass. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, girl, y'all know I'm a little long-winded too. All right, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.